Today we will bleach the knots on this lace closure, which is from Diamond Hair Company, and it's the Virgin Burmese Wavy closure. And this is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleach the knots on it. And I really like this closure because it does have a protective outlining around it, as you can see. And this helps from the lace. This helps protect the lace and not rip. And it has this part which we will cut off. So this tutorial is going to be on how I bleach the knots on my closure. Now I'm going to show you the products I use to bleach my knots on my closure. Today I'm going to be using Clairol Professional Basic White. I usually use Kaleido colors, but I cannot seem to find it, and I really want to get this video out. So I'm going to use this bleach. I recommend using the Kaleido colors in the blue pack. That's the one I use. But I did bleach knots yesterday and it came out all right with this. I'm also going to use the Clairol Professional Developer, and I'm going to use the 30 Developer. I have used 30 and 40 before. 40 bleaches a little quicker, but I'm just going to use 30 this time. I'll also be using this Ardell Red Gold Corrector. Usually when I use the purple pack of the Kaleido Colors bleach, I don't have to use it, but I'm kind of sketchy with that bleach, so I decided to use it. And this helps eliminate the brassiness out from when you're bleaching the closure. So I'm just going to use that as well. And of course you're going to need a bowl and I don't know what to call this. This is a brush, yeah, a brush. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is take 2 scoops of the bleach, which I'm just going to use 1 scoop. So here's 1 scoop, and I'm just going to put it in there. Now I'm going to take the developer, and you want a thick consistency, so oops. I'm just gonna start by pouring a little. It's better to pour a little first. And I don't measure it, I just eye it. So you wanna pour a little and stir it up. Okay, so it looks like that, and I want it to be a little bit thicker. You don't want it to be running because it will run through the lace on your closure and gets on the roots on the hair and cause it to be blonde. So now I'm just going to add this, and I already used like half of it, and I'm just going to use the other half of what's left of it and mix that together. And when I did it yesterday, it ended up turning like a pinkish color. Now I'm about to add 1 more or half a scoop of the bleach because I poured too much developer in and I want it to be thicker. So just pour some more in until the consistency gets thicker, which it's doing now. It's actually getting really, really thick. So you want it thick like that so it won't go through the knots and get on the roots of the hair. And then if it gets on the roots of the hair, it will turn blonde. Then you're gonna have to go back and dye it and do all that extra stuff that we don't want to do. So now that that's done, I'm gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes and now it's like all thick and whatnot, as you can see. So it's time to bleach the closure. Okay, what is bleaching the knots on your closure? Usually when you get a closure, the knots are black. And I'll show you in here. Maybe if y'all can see that. You really can't tell, but their knots are black and you want to bleach it so it will look as natural as possible. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just gonna take my comb and brush down and then take a clip and clip that hair down so it doesn't get in the way, it doesn't get bleached. So now it's just like this and we can get started. Okay, so you want to have a light hand because if you have a heavy hand, it's going to go through and everything. So all I do is I just start placing the bleach on the closure. Okay, so I have bleach all over the top of the closure, so that's what it's gonna look like. And you just want it to sit, and I usually let mine sit for between 15 and 25 minutes because I've noticed that depending on what company sends me the closure, sometimes some take longer to bleach than others. So you just want to keep your eye on it. That's basically what I do. I just keep eyeballing it, and when I check it, I lift this part up and look at the knots and see if they change. So I'll be back. So now it's been approximately 10 minutes. I'm just gonna check it. So I like to check it every so often. And I see that the knots are turning, but you see these knots at the top part? Those black knots are so hard to bleach. Like, they never went to bleach for me. So if those don't bleach, I really don't, I really don't care if they bleach. But I always put concealer on anyway to make it look more realistic. So I'm just going to take the clip off and open the inside and the part so I can see if it has bleached. And most of the knots have bleach, but I'm gonna leave it on for about 5 more minutes and check it again because I do see some black knots in there still. Okay, it's been about 17 to 20 minutes, and the knots are where I want them. The front of it, as you can see, they're still black. Usually those aren't gonna change, but the inside of it looks pretty good. So I'm about to wash it and use this shimmering lights. Y'all can see, let me zoom out. This shimmering lights shampoo to get the brassiness out if there's any, and I hardly have any left. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash it. Okay, so that's what it looks like after I bleached it. I know this isn't the best light, but this is how I bleached them, and it does come out looking realistic and whatnot. I do see like a couple of black knots, but sometimes there's going to be black knots. They don't always bleach for some reason, and if you see like any light blonde strands, that means that some of the bleach got onto the hair. But I like to bleach my knots before I like install or anything because I always dye my hair black. Every time I get no extensions. I dye it black. So what I do is I bleach the knots first, just in case there happens to be bleach on the hair. So when I dye the hair black, it's okay, because I'm gonna get really close and it's just gonna turn black. So yeah, I hope this video helped and everything. And like I said, this hair is from Diamond Hair Company, and it's the Burmese wavy hair. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and I'll have an install video coming soon. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know, and thank you for watching. Bye.